Hello and welcome back to Canadian Disc Golf Production. I am Chris Brown.
And I'm Galen Naidu-Harris. And look at that. The fact that it's the Riverside Rumble round 2 aligns with the fact this is round 2 of the tournament. Easier now versus us saying round 2, round 1.
So this is the round 2 of the round 2 of the Riverside Rumble.
Correct.
We're on par.
And we have another round of thanking our sponsors for making this happen.
Yes, always fantastic. Thank you so much for everything you guys did for the tournament and the coverage, etc.
Couldn't do it without you.
Another beautiful view of this. I wonder what that does. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I mean, it looks like this is like a structure at the bottom that could be used as a dam that definitely provides a break right now, but you could sort of tweak it, I feel like. But the stuff over there on the left, I have no idea what that is. Yeah. Not a clue.
Smarter people
It's just to look cool. No. Hey,
it's...
give yourself some credit. Just people that are interested in different things from us. Oh, Thomas Hums getting ready to rumble here.
Oh man, he's
shadowboxing.
He's gonna be exhausted for his round. Not Gigi though.
No,
he's saving every ounce of energy.
Calm, cool, and collected. Chris pulling up a seat, dropping a thinker pose.
Nice.
I feel like that's the middle between like boxing squaring up and like doing nothing.
So getting on to hole 1 of round 2, you're trying to throw a backhand hyzer kind of the left side of the fairway to get yourself the best approach at this really difficult basket. There's so many trees once you get off the fairway, or not off the fairway. Once you get in the perfect landing zone, you have to then hit a secondary gap.
Yeah, that one. I love that jersey Tom's rocking here. It's clean. It's nice.
Indeed, I think it is diameter apparel with the look at that shoulder tap, velveteen ripped and rip. Throwing a D1,
and he grips and rips it.
That was definitely a rip, and I saw him holding it, so he had to have a grip.
Must have.
That's
and puts it way up there.
That's very far. That's going to give him a clean upshot to the basket.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got a lot of serviceable shots in his bag, so I'd expect he's got the ability to make something happen from there for sure.
This is what we saw more in the first round, coming up short and left to give yourself the best gap to the basket. I guess if you're Thomas, you can just throw it far enough to get past that.
If you're Thomas, you throw it to a good spot and just really far also. I'm going to have to learn that trick to throw good and far, but I haven't figured it out yet.
One day.
One day.
As Chris drops it right next to Thomas. Wow.
Some really powerful and really well-placed shots.
Gigi, the shortest of the group, playing the traditional route.
Yeah, and you don't see that often. Greg with the shortest drive of the card.
And he almost puts it in for the 2. Wow.
Perfect line. Just a little low and leaves himself maybe a 20-footer.
Thomas Hums wide open to the basket. Little flex forehand.
Beautiful
with a
forehand.
Zone, I believe that was.
It definitely looked like a zone. If it wasn't a zone, it's zone adjacent. It's overstable approach disc.
Chris in between these trees. I don't know. Oh, he's got a big gap. That's huge. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, what a shot. Hopefully
Chris can get off this round a little bit better than last round, where he missed a couple putts early. But we'll see.
Well, and still at 2 down, finishes strong in that first round, regardless of those missed putts. So I bet he's thinking, you know what, there's some stuff to build off of, and let's start to connect on some of them.
Gigi with the long putt into the tailwind.
Yeah, tricky. I hear it was quite windy all day on the day that they were playing.
Looks like it's just above, just past comfortable as Chris checks the wind for us. That must have been a headwind because the grass blew backwards.
That's some science right there. Yeah. If you put the grass up and it blew forwards, it probably wouldn't be a headwind.
That's true.
Yeah. Nice putt there, a little low, but it's nice to see some of those go his way because the first round they were not going his way.
So I think this is still a tailwind. Like, look at the trees blowing. They're blowing at us.
Yeah, it's pretty gusty.
That was weird. Couple threes for
Thomas and Chris making short work of the par 4.
Indeed. And then
Greg doesn't know how to make short work of anything at the height that he's at, but he plays disc golf really well. Taps in his par, I believe.
That was a par, yeah.
Nice.
Just with the caged putt.
Back to my favorite Highway 401 landmark. The Canadian flag made of poppies? Some kind of flower anyway that's red. Feels like, well, maybe not poppies. something.
No, definitely not poppies. No, I don't think they're roses either, but
No, definitely not roses.
they match Thomas's shirts. That's a good omen for this hole for Thomas.
No, I don't think he threw a thought space omen.
That's true.
Looks like a zone or something. But he throws it very well.
I mean,
So well inside the bullseye.
I thought Space Omen would not be a bad choice on this hole either.
Nah, I just wanted to make a pun. It might have been an omen, but I think it was actually a zone.
Yeah.
But
Definitely a zone.
yeah, no, an omen overstable fairway would also be. That's
Wow.
probably what I would throw here.
That looked fantastic. Oh, and he catches the
wow,
tree.
would have been an ace run if not for that tree. I feel like.
Still, I think he'll take the park job.
Oh yeah.
This is definitely. Is this his wizard? It kind of looks like it's wizardy.
Seems like it's flying wizardy.
Mm-hmm.
Like a seasoned, well beaten in wizard.
Gets the
Oh my God.
CTP. Look at the thumbprints on that disc too. That thing has worked.
Feels like this is 3. No, not quite. Looking at where he is, I was gonna say 3 inside the bullseye, but 3 certainly well inside the circle.
You know what's funny? Those are the first 2 putts that Chris made last time. This time they stuck. Last time they didn't. Low, just over the rim, left or right side.
Yep, just a little bit of change in his luck, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Still 2 down through 2. Gotta love it.
Absolutely.
Same with Thomas, we hope, from inside bullseye.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I
Yes,
forgot.
yes.
Thomas
Yes.
always likes to wave to his fans.
Yes, we're right here, Thomas. We see you.
The large gallery that's always following.
Behind yourself, if you didn't know.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I figured they were just there because they love seeing him play.
Some of them, you know.
But then some of me pays.
Yeah. Okay. So you got Bill.
Is Alicia, his wife, paid or no?
She,
Okay.
The hole 3, hole 3 backhand hyzer up the hill. This one we said earlier was actually. This
I was gonna say, yeah. I wonder if there's a forehand and Thomas is thinking like me.
Yes.
All right, we get to see it.
Yes, we get to demonstrate what Galen thinks is a good shot.
Well, Galen thinks anything is a good shot. So I
That,
try dumb stuff all the time. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's pretty open there.
unless you hit the flagpole.
Well, just don't hit the flagpole then.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, the normal traditional backhand line, you got to get lucky through the tree, and Chris does. He'll probably have a long uphill putt to determine whether or not he gets that too.
Yeah, this is reminding me of a hole or two at King's Forest, where you're just throwing sort of uphill. Feels like a standard hyzer, and trying to place it like the slightly different hill, but try and place it on the side of a hill.
Yeah, 242 feet. It's not far, but that uphill probably adds 50 feet of distance. So you're looking at a 290 throw, whatever you throw at that distance.
Yeah, sounds about right to me. Greg.
Gigi has next to no putt from the far right side of the tree. And that's what I meant about. It's a little bit funky. Is you got to get either throw it perfectly, obviously, but if you gotta get a little lucky coming through there as Thomas takes the 2.
Unless you're Thomas and you throw at the flagpole.
True, it works. Proven. Can't fault you anymore for thinking it.
You know what they say, Chris? If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. I know. Sage words of wisdom. I come up with that myself. Nobody's ever said that before.
I see your beard growing. Yes, I'm stroking it.
I want this. I'm trying to do a little ASMR here. I don't think it's working.
Let's not do that. That's not what the people are paying for.
I guess not. But let us know in the comment section if you want a spin-off of Chris and I ASMR stroking our beards. We'll make it happen.
All right, let's get back to disc golf.
All right.
Hole 4. This is the one we saw their entire card last time throw flex backhands, completely ignoring the small gaps down low. I'm curious. Nope. I was curious if Thomas was going to go forehand with his power, but no. 300 feet spike hyzer gets out of his range, so he's going to go with some sort of mid range on a big anhyzer. That thing's overstable too. It's flexing out.
It just smashes it.
Lost it though. Where is it? Oh, it comes up early.
Mm-hmm.
Buzz maybe. It looked kind of discrafty.
Felt like maybe it looked more like a fairway than a mid, but
it's possible.
Something in that family, I think, for sure.
So Chris gets a great angle on this. Let's see if he gets lucky with the result.
Looks like he's almost in the parking lot there. If that was his disc, I saw.
Yeah, he almost hit a car. So let's be happy that he caught a tree.
Have you ever hit a car while playing disc golf?
I'm not gonna talk about it.
Well, you don't have to tell us whose car you hit. You just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. So wait, this is a safe space. Thanks for telling us. You and I can talk about it later off camera.
Yes.
I guess we're not on camera. Off audio. Yeah.
So Thomas came up a little short. Just going to lay that one up. Taking his easy three on a particularly difficult thing.
And yeah, it looks like not more than 10 feet away from a parking lot and some parked cars there, Chris.
Wow, yep. Definitely lucky to catch that tree. Also laying up right next to Thomas, just trying to hang out. Gigi, not as parked as he was last round, so he's got a long putt to keep this hole perfect.
If anyone can do it, it's him.
It's true.
And he does.
That's huge.
That's a very nice, very clean putt.
That one, he's got two on that both rounds.
Well, and he had the only 2 last round, right?
And he
so
has
that's
only 2 this round. So
picking up 2 on the field on the day, on the hole. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. He made this hole his own.
He did. And Thomas tapping in, Chris tapping in.
Almost looks like it's raining, but it's just the leaves falling off the tree in our autumn weather here.
Well, I like, I don't like that it's getting cooler, but I like seeing leaves falling off of trees because it means easier lines. Fall golf, I gotta say, is probably my favorite. And here we are with that sort of technical drive, technical upshot, 327 feet only, but playing as a par 4, still pretty difficult.
So this one, Gigi hit the tree on his first round, so he makes the adjustment, gets out into the open. I think if you want to get close to this basket, you gotta go like overstable forehand, I believe.
Okay.
Or maybe it's a backhand, and then.
And Thomas still on a standstill. And catches a tree.
I also think a roller could get you there if you got really frisky, but. There's no point on the par 4 not just going for the potentially easy birdie.
Just lock in the birdie. No need to get too crazy. Unless it's, if this hole was like hole 16 or 17 or something and you had some placement implications, but as hole 5, just take a 3.
What is this roller going?
Good places, I think.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it holds that angle. I was thinking it was going to flex back there a little bit, so... Leaves him with circle 2, maybe circle 3, but pretty clean look, and I've seen Thomas do crazier things to make a putt from that distance.
Gigi with the optimal landing zone going into another backhand hyzer.
And the optimal upshot.
That is optimal.
Yeah, optimal to a hopefully tap-in birdie.
Yeah, some people say Gigi.
Is there some wood here I can knock on? There we go.
It's not wood. I don't know if you know how this world and age works now.
What, even wood isn't made of wood? No.
Wood now.
Damn.
Too expensive.
What's wood made out of then?
Paper.
Makes sense.
Somehow that makes sense.
Yeah. Tom does give it a bit of a bid, but trees, wind, frustration, sad.
I was too busy looking at the background on that shot there.
I was too busy trying to figure out what paper was made of, if wood is made of paper.
I think when you get past that.
Is it just one of those, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yes. Yeah. We are well past the tolerance of our spectators.
Yeah, I guess. We should talk about the disc golf.
As Thomas makes his birdie putt. That's
see lots of checking, not just by Chris, but of everybody by the... lots of checking of the wind. It seems like it's coming and going and, like, changing directions, kind of swirly and squirrely, so...
Thomas did not make his birdie putt. I forgot he caged his birdie putt and then made the long putt after that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's okay, Thomas. We still love you.
But somebody going for their birdie putt after their optimal.
So Mr. Greg Grootenboer. And connects.
The wobble master. I love the arrows. They're just sort of helpful on a new course when you don't know where you're going. I hate standing there looking around.
Did we go this way? Do we go that way? Should we pull up the U-disc map and try and figure out where we are on it? Yeah, just make it easy.
Hole 6, the shortest hole on the course. Technical, though. Very, very technical. Throwing 219 feet through, what do you call it, 10 foot?
Yeah, I would say a 10 foot. And I initially said double gap, but it's almost like a triple gap. There's like 3 sets of trees you got to get through. It's a relatively simple shot, but there's a lot of things that can go wrong. 219-foot hyzer sounds easy, but put, a half dozen trees between you and the basket, and all of a sudden, not so much.
GG hits the gap this time, that's good, but then doesn't hit the triple gap.
Yeah, connects with something on the inside there.
It's better than where he was at before. He'll have a long look for his 2.
Yep. And ideally, what are you thinking here? I'm thinking, obviously hyzer, but I'm thinking something overstable and playing a skip instead of an air shot.
That's a good idea, but if you get a hold of it and you skip, and you're just not going to stop.
So you thinking air it out sort of mid-height there? I'm just trying to think of ways to take that low ceiling out of play.
Yeah, well, for me, it would be something kind of neutral on a slow hyzer and just hit it softly so that I can
control it.
Yeah, control it as opposed to trying to muscle something through there. But
you got muscles to spare. You can muscle something if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to muscle it into the first tree. Ooh, as GG, yeah, that's a longer look than I thought it was, but he did it very well.
Yep, sure does. Puts it right under the basket. Still plenty of work for Chris, unfortunately. Just a little low.
The amount of times that miss happens, like all the way to the basket, just for it to fall an inch below the basket.
I know. I feel like I miss that way more than I miss any other way these days, where it just looks for me perfect the whole way and then just drops.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just don't have the courage to run it all the way in.
Yeah.
I think Thomas does. No, exact same shot. Gets the 3 for 3 on that one.
Well, hey, I can't fault you for having faith in Thomas's courage.
No birdies on the shortest hole.
What happens? How many birdies on the day?
There were 2.
Wow.
Mr. Cameron Bolfazli. He even pronounced it for us, and I have trouble doing it. And Nathaniel Renton.
Nate, love to see it. Well, it makes sense. He's really good at controlling those.
If there's a hole that's designed for Nathaniel, it's that one.
Definitely.
Hole 7, 351 feet. We learned last time that short and left is OB, so if you go for it and hyzer out early, or
no! I was gonna say Greg smartly takes that out of play and lays up, but unfortunately a bad cut roll back.
Yeah, I would have trouble laying this one up personally. I just think you have so much room deep that you can just put something out there 380 and you're going to be in bounds for the most part. But it is a tight angle and you do have to push it hard, as Thomas had done exactly that, but it is not stopping.
No, and skips to the bad side, I think. Nope, skips in just.
Did he?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. No, and I'd be thinking the same thing. I mean, there's a lot of, not that I would have the problem of going long of 350, but if I'm putting myself in these players' shoes, looking at what they have to work with, it makes perfect sense.
But also look at that wind.
Yeah.
Like Chris's shirt is rippling.
Yeah.
Trees are rippling. The leaves are flying.
Or could you even say that they are rumbling?
Oh, is there a river nearby?
I think there is. Wow, that's a smash.
That is fantastic. All of 370 feet.
I was going to say every bit of, 370, 375. Wow. And now Greg, unfortunately, not only is out of bounds, but he's pretty far from the pin still. Obviously, he's got the control to be able to put something up there, but not an optimal position to find yourself in when you try and take this safe play.
Whoa!
Greg.
Yeah.
Running it from back there, probably not trying to put it in from there, but great shot and give it a chance to go in.
Thomas just, I think he wanted to do it without any leg power under that putt. It's just sorry. We're sorry, everybody. Without any leg power under that putt, he really just could only get it to the basket.
Yeah, no, it's really tough to generate power from down there. I mean, you got to sort of over rely on the wrist, and then it just, nothing good comes from trying from there.
This was the hardest hole. Tied for the hardest hole of the day.
How many birdies do we see taken down?
0.
0 birdies. Wow. I mean, it is a hard hole, but still.
Yeah, it's 0 birdies at 351 feet. The OB and the wind must have just made this hole so difficult. Because if you don't cross in bounds, you are taking it from so far back, and then you have to hit the island again.
Yeah, and like you're not even guaranteed a 4 at that point. Like from where Greg was, you're not guaranteed a bogey there. You missed that layup, you missed the island, you missed the putt. You're looking at a big number. Now back to hole 8, 292 feet.
Definitely a forehand if you can play it. Just got to hit it out there flat right at the cameraman.
Yep.
Or woman, I think it's a man.
Yeah, that's Wally's cousin Greg, I think, who I actually went to high school with.
No kidding.
Shout out Greg Robillard or Robillard. I don't remember how to say your name. High school was a while ago.
That's incredible. Anyways, that's really incredible actually. But
small world.
Yeah, so Thomas did not get lucky there. I think he got caught up on the trees, and that's kind of the nature of this hole. You throw it, hope to throw a good shot, and if you do, then you have to cross your fingers.
Yeah. Well, and I like the play. Just smash. Wow, great shot. I was going to say
it's the metal.
Relatively stable to overstable disc, relatively flat, let it do the work, let it skip, and that is exactly what Chris does. Executed perfectly.
Yeah.
Then did he draw some metal there? I didn't catch that. I saw it get right in there, but I didn't see if it hit.
Yeah, bounced off the Gigi catches the branches, but not bad.
Gigi's going after Greg there with that shot. Just about hits our cameraman.
Look at this. This is a long one for Gigi. Probably just looking to get it right up under the basket as he hits chains.
Draws metal from all the way back there, and an awful lot of it too.
I would love to know what was going through Gigi's mind for him to decide to run that one, as Thomas cans a huge circle 2 putt.
Greg was probably thinking, I'm a sicko and I can hit this, so I may as well.
Yeah, like if he pushed it into those trees behind, he did not have a comeback. A comeback or so. I guess this is the time. You're at hole 8. You know you need to catch a couple strokes to catch Thomas, so you got to start running.
You got to start running. And Chris running the basket off the tee. Takes a birdie, tap in.
Yeah, sorry
nice work.
Sorry to just glaze over that, Chris. It was too good to worry about the putt.
Yeah.
Hole 9 was difficult for us in the first round because of the nature of the hillside. When you're coming up to the basket, everything just rolls away. So see if anybody can get close enough to have a carefree putt as Thomas goes flex forward.
A very interesting choice here from Thomas. Executed perfectly.
Yeah, you can't
I would worry something would fade out down the hill, but you can't argue with those results. That was perfect.
That was really good.
Now back to the more traditional plays. Backhand hyzers coming from Chris, and I would imagine also from Greg. Yeah,
you want to release this kind of at like higher than that, unfortunately.
I was going to say probably 10 feet off the ground, something like that.
Yeah, but you want to have like 30 degrees of hyzer so that when you hit the ground, you can skip up the hill, because you see a lot of flat shots that just die. Like that's the perfect amount of hyzer. Gonna hit the ground and get a good caught some foliage at the end there that slowed him up. But
yep, slowed up a little bit. A little lucky. I think he certainly could have caught more foliage than that.
Chris is falling behind the card, and I wonder if he's thinking right now is the time he needs to start pushing.
Yeah, that's certainly where my head would be back at a time like this. You know, it's still 10 holes left if you count this one, but you feel the ground sort of rapidly slipping out from under you sometimes. And sometimes that goes well. You push and you execute well, and you can claw back a little bit. But sometimes it. Wow, Thomas with only 2 strokes on Greg lays that up. Given how he's been putting, I'm a little surprised. It is a death putt.
Yeah, with a 2-stroke lead from 30 feet away on that death putt in the wind, he saw his opponent already lay up. So
that's true. He does have the benefit, of waiting. Yeah.
And then we're just gonna tap in to finish out our front 9 here.
All right. Greg,
is he doing a magic trick?
Yeah, maybe.
Where's that? Yeah. So this is it. We had a great, honestly better front 9 than we did last time, with Thomas coming out 8 down, Gigi 6 down, and Chris 4 down.
Yeah, some great play, some clean and green also scorecards. You love to see it. Nice hanging out with you, Chris, on the front 9 of round 2 of the Riverside Rumble round 2.
Right.
Okay.
And I am Chris Brown.
And I'm Galen Nyder Harris. We'll see you on the back 9.